Yeah, so the office manager was hoping that you could start using Slack.
Slack?
Yeah, it's this chat program. It keeps everyone on the same page, if that's cool with you.
Ah, I understand. Very well, Lincoln, off you go. And delete Slack. There, much better. Now, listener, or tavern head, or fan of Magic the Blathering, or person who searched for East European erotic podcast, Helga's Magic Cavern, and can't admit you got it wrong. A quick note, in case you haven't been listening to Behind the Tavern on Stitcher Premium. This week's episode is a behind-the-scenes chat with early Cliff Clavin prototype Shane Wilson about making fan-favorite Dr. Ward episode from Season 1. It's on Stitcher Premium now, along with all the other bonus content. And if you don't behave, I'll even make you listen to a short clip after this episode. To get a free month of Stitcher Premium, bring me a child. Or go to stitcherpremium.com/magic and use promo code CHILD. Or rather, magic. And now, put on a movie, call a friend, start dragging your eyes through social media, fracture that attention span like a dumbass Urskek screwing around with the crystal, and enjoy the show.
Hello from the Magic Tavern, a weekly podcast from the magical land of Foon. I'm your host, Arnie Niekamp. If you've never listened to the podcast before, this is everything you need to know. Some time ago, I fell through a dimensional portal behind a Burger King.
Fucking whale!
Some time ago, I fell through a dimensional portal behind a Burger King in Chicago into the
Can you believe it, Arnie? Standing astride a whale, the wind blowing through your hair, flying through the sky on the greatest ship ever created.
Oh, feel that wind in my fur. Ooh.
Yeah, it's a little scary. We are on a ship, on a whale, flying through the sky. So you know what centers me, what gives me my bravery, my magic feather is this microphone. So I am going to try
You're a man on a mic, on a boat, on a whale in the sky. You're a man on the mic, on a boat, on a whale in the sky.
I'm still getting a slight Wi-Fi signal from the Burger King through the dimensional rift. Somehow...
You're a man?
On a boat, on a ship, on a thing, on a place, in a land.
That's the spirit.
Yeah. And I use the Wi-Fi from the Burger King to upload a podcast I record every week here in Foon, chronicling our adventures.
What do we say about chronicling?
Lord. To chronicle.
Thank you.
You know what? It's just easier for me to say chronicling.
But the way it sounds, chronicling.
Okay, I will say it as elegantly as I can. A podcast
sounds like a series of bats is punching someone.
A podcast I record every week, chronicling our adventures to defeat the Dark Lord of Foon. And I am joined, as always, by my supportive buds. They're always there for me. They never nitpick about little things that almost seem like psychological problems they're focusing on. Chunt the Talking Badger.
Oh, yeah, baby.
And Usidore the Wizard.
I am Usidore, wizard of the 12th realm of Ephesius, master of light and shadow, manipulator of magical delights, devourer of chaos, champion of the great halls of Trachis. The elves know me as Fiangyalak, the dwarves know me as Zonin and Hoogstanges, and I am known in the northeast as Gaswanius Maystar, and there may be other secret names, names that I swear that if e'er they did enter, your peripheral vision, if you even kind of like half saw them, you get all messed up.
Oh my gosh.
Wow, that one scares me the most because he didn't even articulate it. He just got really upset. His nose started bleeding.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, there's a lot of blood in your beard now.
Yes, well, I've been meaning to dye it pink anyway.
What's that white powder on your nose?
Don't worry about it. Just been traveling. Need a little bump.
Okay, so it's exciting but a little scary that we finally found the legendary ship, the Winged Whale.
Oh, we went to Soul's Hollow. What an adventure. Oh my God. Did you get the recording of that?
What?
Oh, what a ride. What a thrill. What an adventure.
I tried to really...
battle. Oh.
It all happened like the day after we recorded the last one, and I really tried to parse them out.
We didn't record
a week
it.
at a
But
time.
we slayed a Slarvin.
I know, yeah. And it also had such an interesting story to tell.
Yes, it did.
Yeah, so poignant and beautiful and sad.
And it's so alliterative.
What?
Slayed a Slarvin.
Yeah.
And it's Slarva. Slary, not Slary.
But to live in the present, we have booked passage on this amazing passenger boat on a whale in the sky. I'm not even really sure where it's headed.
Somewhere up here, there's like a list of all the stops.
Okay.
And also, if you wait, there'll be a voice that tells you the next
okay.
stop. Yeah.
Also, and I don't know if you've noticed this. There are kind of a lot of kids on this boat.
Oh, yes. Well, the Winged Whale is well known for transporting children to Jizzleknob Preparatory Academy.
Oh, the school for young wizards?
That's right. That's the
the one.
very one. Yes, so many of these children, I assume, are students there.
Yeah, so don't fuck with them.
Oh, okay. I
They'll
guess
they'll magic you up.
they're all heading back from Vishtosh break or whatever time of year it is.
Exactly. Yes, you've nailed it.
And in fact, I ran into 2 kids that you might know, Arnie.
Who?
Here they are. This is Chad and Beverly.
Chad and Beverly?
Yeah.
Who are Chad and Beverly?
We haven't interviewed them?
No. Hey, Chad, Beverly, sorry. I guess we could. They look, I gotta be honest, and I'm sorry to say this in front of you, Chad and Beverly. Yeah, I'm sorry.
What?
Chad and Beverly just don't
What?
look interesting.
What
Like,
do
they
you
just don't
mean?
seem like they've got.
Why would you talk to Chad and Beverly?
But you have such superior guests within your very grasp.
Chad and Beverly of House Camel Toe.
Are big nerds and bigger losers.
No, Beverly, it's the Freshgrave Twins. Let's get out.
We gotta run. Bye.
I know those voices.
You know it's fun every time we do that.
Yes, every single time we shout at our classmates, I think, what a very good way to spend that time.
Schnenessa, one of my favorite parts about a big echoing hallway is that whenever we yell something at someone younger, older, teacher, it doesn't matter. Everyone gets to hear.
It sounds so big and large, and I wouldn't have thought that a boat on a whale would echo as good as it did.
But it really does. Good job, you whale!
Very resonant whale.
Good job, resident whale.
Arnie, it's the Freshgrave Twins.
The Freshgrave Twins. Yeah, I remember them.
Yeah, let's interview
We've
them.
met so many people, and I definitely remember the Freshgrave Twins.
Oh.
Snaken, Schnenessa.
Oh, it's,
Schnenessa.
my name is Schnenessa.
Thank you.
And yes, we are the Freshgrave Twins of House Dingledong at Jizzleknob.
The most vicious, clever, and cunning of the Jizzleknob houses.
Yes, House of Ding Dong.
Well, welcome back. We're glad to have you as our guests again.
Usidore, an
yes.
honor as always.
Oh, my pleasure.
And now, refresh my memory. At House Jizzle.
Refresh grave your memory.
Refresh grave our drinks because we're coming off of Vistas
Vistas
Break,
Break!
y'all!
Arnie,
We got
they,
silly.
They are clearly drunk.
We got wacky and wild.
Got Loopy Loo with Lucy Lou.
That's what we say these days. If you get a little tipsy, you get loopy
Loopy
loo
Loo with Lucy Lou.
Arnie, at Jizzleknob, it's famously the kids drink this beverage. It's called, I don't know if I'm saying this right, beer.
Oh, is not anything more magical or
What do you
cool
mean?
sounding?
What do you mean?
It's just called beer.
We were crushing some beers over this break.
Crushing them into oblivion.
Crush them till they appeared no more. For it's our last year at Jizzleknob, so we can drink legally.
Ooh, seniors.
Well, we're really worried about it, though.
Oh.
What has you worried?
Well, it's like what happens when you get out of school and into the real world. you
Yeah,
know?
what will
yeah.
become of two twins
I mean, I
who
know-
dabble in evil but in a cute way?
Yes, and who have mastered all the dark magics that have been taught to us.
Well,
But, like, are those skills applicable?
Like, is there a market for them?
Yeah.
What's the marketplace like?
what are sort of your specialties? What have you been studying the most? Necromancy?
Bunch of necromancy.
Yes, okay.
Anything sort of bringing the dead back to life is huge.
That's huge for us.
Ghost stuff.
Ghost stuff.
Potions, charms, hexes, any of that?
Hexes, yes.
Potions don't call to me because I feel like it's just cooking, and I'm like,
It's like cooking with drinks.
okay, so am I a mixologist? I just want to crush some beer.
What about, herbology?
I mean, there's only one kind of herbology I'm into, if you know what I mean.
I do know what you mean.
He's making a sex motion.
Have sex with trees! That's what I meant.
Oh, this is the other thing that's worrying me about growing up is that I thought he meant like smoking some wacky weeds.
Yeah, I would think it was right there to,
And you know, my
But he wants to whack some smoky weed, it sounds like.
That's right. And my brother Snaken and I know you remember this, we have sort of a telepathic connection. We can understand each other's thoughts. And lately, my brother's thoughts are horribly gross.
Don't yuck my yum.
I'm trying not to, but it's a jungle in
I
there.
understand.
Have either-
Schnenessa is I don't know where she sort of is sexually because she is repressing it. actively and all the time.
It feels like the only move.
Have either of you
Yeah, that's a way to go.
have either of you considered using your magics to temporarily break this telepathic connection and then in some way have some reprieve, at least momentarily, from one another's thoughts so you may dive into your darkest and most dank ideas?
I have not really been sort of censoring myself as of late. That's a new thing for me, and we're sort of dealing with that as a... Here's what I'm concerned with, Usidore.
Yes?
As far as I understand, a great deal of our power flows from that link. So we could do it and sort of, get freaky for a while, but...
To what end? Would we be magical half of what we are now? And would I be more satisfied with that life? Half the magic, but all of my sexual prowess?
Oh, well, that is a problem. You don't want to lose the source of your magical energies, but perhaps there is some way that you could at least temporarily mask these thoughts from one another so you could delve into your most perverse perversions.
You know what sort of my strategy has been? And I'm sorry I didn't discuss this with you, Schnenessa, earlier. But it's sort of like, start with get wild, get weird, get gross with it. Now... she's been exposed to that thought of me and the tree, right?
Yeah, sure.
So now the normal stuff is like blip on radar, as it were.
Desensitized.
Whereas I, as soon as possible, just think, oh, sandwich. Oh, what about a sandwich?
A sandwich is sort of good math.
Ah, yes, a sandwich. Ooh, how I'm interested in what it feels like to have a sandwich.
Can I ask, when you think about the sandwich in your mind's eye, sort
Yes.
of conjure that forward, what's on the sandwich?
It's a boy. It's a beautiful boy sandwich.
You just want to take a bite out of that tight ass?
I mean, I will tell you, because I know when she does this, and it's sort of super obvious because she'll be walking along, and all of a sudden I'll have like the sort of like bellowing of an ogre in my ears, like sandwich. It's like, oh, Schnenessa saw a guy she likes. That's what happened just now.
And it's probably, and it must, in some ways, over time, change your relationship to sandwiches.
Oh no, it definitely does. I would say, first of all, I'm fully bisexual now, which is, well, I guess that's not because of you. That's just because of me.
We have no idea.
Yeah, we'll never know. But yeah, sandwiches are a deeply sexual experience for, I assume, both of us.
Both of us, yes.
Yeah, it's hard to know. Nature versus nurture, nature versus sister.
Right now, I'm only eating open-faced sandwiches, but even that gets me very aroused.
Schnenessa.
Sandwich, yes.
Gotta know, Dish, who's the boy on the sandwich?
Oh, Chunt.
It might change, but who shows up the most?
Okay, so here's my current boy, actually.
Yeah.
And it always feels better to just say these things out loud rather than knowing that my brother can see them in my brain.
Okay.
So I think that my favorite, well, we had this experience on our Vishtosh break where...
First of all, highly recommend.
Yes. Highly recommend. We did some paddleboarding, but where the whole thing is see-through.
Ooh.
Have you been to Commodore Frogs, by the way?
Commodore Frogs?
Have you? You haven't been?
You haven't been to
No.
Commodore Frogs?
Oh my gosh, you have
We
to
have
go.
to
You
go.
have to go to Commodore Frogs.
I'm sorry. Stop. You have
Hold
to
on.
go.
Who is trying this whale?
Can we go? Turn it around. You
Well-
can't do that?
Well, we can't go right now.
Make you rue the day you
Snaken.
said no.
Snaken, come back here.
Snaken.
Snaken, we can't go right now.
Screaming at the whale. It wasn't chaining.
Yes, it's hard, but Commodore, you must go. It's
They're known for their wet rope contest, right?
That's right. Any rope that you have near you that you get wet as you get it with alcohol, you get to
Drink
then drink
the
the
rope.
rope.
Oh, it's a wet rope contest.
Yes, rope. You said
I always
rope.
thought it was wet rope, but
No,
wet rope makes more sense.
No, it's a wet rope contest.
I'm sorry. It is a wet robe contest, and there is a wet
Rope
rope
as a prize.
deal. As a deal. It's a prize. Yes.
Whoever's robe gets the wettest,
Wettest,
gets the
a
rope
wet-
that's the wettest.
So
Yeah.
who's this boy? Who's this boy? Who's
Okay,
this
so
boy?
we're at Commodore Frogs, and he's drinking like this very tall blue drink. And I say, "How about that tall drink of blue?" And he says, "Ah." And he's actually a transfer student from he was there on a break from a different school. And so I've never seen him before. His name is Kimmie, and boy, is he ionic. You know, he kind of was tall like a column.
Yes.
And there's different stages of columns.
Yes.
Is he
I
from?
don't know.
Call me maybe. I'll
Was that
tell you what.
anything?
Is he from Drumstring?
That's right.
Okay, I
Yeah.
know that's another rival wizard school.
There's another wizard school?
There's
yeah,
several.
Drumstring. There's a few.
It's
Oh,
like
so
in
many.
an unknown icy place. They wear like furry coats, and that means they go the wildest over Vishna's break because they have just like never been in the sun.
There's
never
le-
had the sand
Yeah.
between their toes.
There's lay pretty sticks, and they're just sort of They're very snobby.
They're a bit snobby, and
That's a girls' school, by the way.
but this boy, Kimmie, was, well, let me just tell you, he was a Reuben of a sandwich. He had a lot going on, and I loved every second
Edging
of it.
closer to a French dip, if you know what I mean.
Oh, a real Reuben stud, right? Everybody with me on that one?
What?
Never mind. I don't. Earth people are loving it.
But, we had to just exchange that we would maybe be pen pals, and now every time I think of a sandwich, I just think of his beautiful eyes, and he had like blonde curly hair, and his curls sort of like formed around his eyeballs sometimes. It was
Very
so
true. Very
cute.
true.
Arnie,
Very true.
Not my
Cherubic.
type, but very true.
I thought his hair kind of looked like a sauerkraut, which is why I keep making a Reuben in my head.
well, it's good that you two aren't sort of fighting over him. Arnie and Foon, pen pals is when you are pals with someone and you have a long distance between you, so you both become pensive.
Oh, I see.
And you just
yeah.
yearn
we're
for each other.
I had to abbreviate pensive because I'm young, but we're both just like super pen. We're just two pen
You're
pals.
soup pen.
Yeah, soup pen pals.
Oh, I hate pen music.
It's not for you.
No.
You never want to just like let it rain and put on some pen sounds?
No, it's just not my thing. I'm just not into it.
Too
I can't get
experimental?
into it. Yes.
What sort of I mean, there's some oldies but goodies. I mean, we are not opposed to sort of more classical music. What's your favorite music?
Oh, I love a jaunty shanty.
Oh,
Just something that people sort of scream at the top of their lungs in a tavern while
Love
they're
it.
shaking
Love.
their beers
Love.
and ales
I
back
love
and forth.
and
beers.
I love
Beers!
Arnie, have we ever heard your favorite music?
Oh, my favorite music is Elvis Costello. He's just a hip, young, angry musician on my world. Although I've got to say, I've still never heard it, but after last week, and I'm surprised I'm saying this, I'm thinking about getting into Jethro Tull.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, didn't we find out that Elvis died? Didn't
king is
Jethro
dead,
Tull
yeah.
kill Elvis?
Oh, Elvis Presley. The
This is a
lesser-
different Elvis.
Yeah, no, that's the
Where
lesser
you come
Elvis.
from, there are two Elvises?
There are two Elvises.
How can a world support two Elvis?
Well, actually, three. Elvis Mitchell, who's a great interviewer.
What? That's wild.
Listen, I'm going to need a beer to get my head around this.
I'm
I got to have my
gonna-
last beer before we get back to school.
Oh gosh.
What's it going to be like getting back? You've had just a wild getaway.
We have such seventh year-itis. It's just like very hard to pay attention.
We show up at ghost stuff in the morning. It's like we learned all the ghost stuff.
I'm like, I already know I'm on path to like graduate, so I'm like, how can I even pay attention to ghost stuff when
At
I'm
this
thinking
point-
about sandwiches?
Oh,
Is there going to be any sort of seventh year prank this year?
Oh,
always.
House Dingle Dong always takes the prank way
That's
too far.
right. You're in House Dingle Dong, which
Yes.
is the evil house. Is that right?
Yes.
Um,
Some people shirk away from that label, but not us, the
Yeah.
Freshgrave Twins. We think, yes, we are the evil house.
We are the house unburdened by sort of moral shackles.
That's right.
That's a good way to think about
So
it.
last year we killed a first year, and
Yeah.
we're thinking, how do we
what?
sort of
That was
amp
the
it up?
prank? That
Yeah.
was your prank?
Well, hold on.
What we
The
didn't do it because we weren't seventh years, but like that's what Dingle Dong did.
Last year's Dingle Dong killed a first year, but was trying to see how long can we sort of animate his body and send him to school before anyone
It was
notices he's
very
dead.
funny.
It was very, can I stress how funny it was?
It was hilarious.
That the body of this child was being sort of like thrumped around in the classroom.
He could like do a conga line if you let him. And
So much child reanimation.
I mean, it sounds evil and I hate it, but it does sound funny.
It was
was
so,
very-
Usidore, it was so funny.
so funny.
I mean, I don't think it's funny at all, unless there were sunglasses.
Oh, there were.
Then I'm into it.
Funny thing about reanimation, you can never get the pupils quite right.
So you have to do some sort of glassware, some sort of eye accessory.
Pro tip when dealing with the undead, the eyes will always give you a
That's
ride.
where the windows to the soul, and when your soul is the only thing you got, it's just a big old bay window.
Big old bay window.
Now I'm surprised that you're returning to school at all for the 7th year.
Well, we thought about doing a sort of study abroad, just go around, make mischief, as it were,
I
everywhere.
thought about leaving with Kimmie, but ultimately we just felt like, let's get the piece of paper.
Get something to put on the wall to keep the parents at bay no matter what happens.
Sure,
next.
because we have very loving and supportive parents.
Love
It
them
might
both.
come as a shock, but we
Oh,
just
really?
we love them.
I sort of assumed they were kind of evil.
No,
No.
they're both chirping birds.
They're both chirping birds.
Really?
Yeah, two sweeties, two absolute sweeties.
big nerds.
There's a theory sometimes that magical twins split one soul, and so it turns a bit evil. And that's
Oh.
another reason why we're worried about breaking our magical
want to
connection.
not have a soul. Have
That
my
makes
eyes
sense.
be big old bay,
Bay windows? No, thank you.
Arnie, did you hear what they said? They said they gotta get that slip of paper, that piece of paper. Aren't we looking for slips of paper?
Well, we are looking for lost pages from the Book of Sight, the secret book of the Dark Lord.
What are you guys talking about? You want a beer?
Yes, we do want a beer.
Okay.
Cool, we're gonna get some
We're
beers.
gonna get some beers. Also, we're
Out of
playing.
our way, Beverly!
Watch this. I have a question that might lead us to a page of the Book of Sight. Freshgrave Twins, I must ask you, who's your favorite teacher at Chiselnon?
Myself.
Yeah.
Well,
We'll
okay.
go one at a time.
Okay, I would say first, my favorite is myself.
Yes. My favorite is Schnenessa.
Oh.
My second favorite is Snaken.
My second favorite is myself.
My third favorite is just trial and error.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, life is the greatest teacher.
My fourth favorite is the street, the sort of learning of the
Yes.
street.
You have to learn. You have to learn
the
out in the
street
real world.
smarts.
My fifth favorite is rumor.
Rumor is good. Rumor is good. And then my sixth favorite is Gord's Guard the Pumpkin Dragon.
Oh, there we go. Gord's God the Pumpkin Dragon.
Is that spelled a Gourd?
Like a gourd.
And I gotta ask, is that like a giant pumpkin with dragon wings, or giant dragon with a pumpkin head,
Pumpkin dragon?
or is it just a man?
Oh, Gord's God. Yeah, that's just a man.
Yeah,
That's a
sorry.
hyphenated last name.
Gord's Guard the Pumpkin Dragon.
I'm an asshole. I'm so sorry.
No, it's a fair assumption, honestly. It's just that, I mean, he has a bit of like a fiery streak.
Is it a name or is it a title?
Ooh, good question.
I don't know, and I don't know enough about his personal life to know, and I don't care to ask, and I never will, but it might be a title.
It might be like a duke situation, a lord.
Wait, is this a teacher who turns carriages into pumpkins?
Yes.
Oh, yes,
Yes,
that's the one.
that's the one. Yes,
He was
and
in the
and
news.
mice
Makes
into
good.
footmen,
And makes clothes better.
and I think that's it.
I think that's
So,
it.
so they teach transfiguration.
Yes.
Yes.
But outside in the garden.
Just garden transfiguration.
Yes.
No. All things, but the physical
Oh,
classroom
I
is
see.
outside in the garden.
I see.
Yes. And then sometimes there's like a crossover with herbology, and that's like a hoot.
Love it.
There's that motion again. He's making that motion again.
Herbology.
You didn't
Oh,
ask,
yeah.
you didn't ask me about who my crush was.
Oh, Snaken.
Okay, so I had a thing with the cedar tree for a while, and I will tell you why. You from Earth. You familiar with dryads?
Dryads?
Sort of tree spirit, women, men.
Tree spirits. You know about tree spirits where you're from?
I'm just using context clues, I think. Like
Okay, yeah, you can use context clues. Do you know about tree spirits? It's like spirits in trees.
Let's back it up a moment for him. Do you know what trees are?
Do you know what
Can we
trees
start
are?
there.
Okay, yes, trees.
Arnie,
Prove it.
Dryads, context clues. Use context clues
Let's
to
use some
guess
context clues.
dryads.
If a dryad is a tree spirit, it's a spirit. It's a spirit that lives in a tree.
Is it like
and
this-
it's dry.
is it
it's
like this every
It's got
day?
like ashy
Every single
elbows.
day.
Can I get a beer, actually?
Yes,
Oh
you
yes, yeah,
can.
we got this
Thank
bucket.
you.
Also, we have a fun game. Have you ever been miced?
Ooh.
No.
Oh, this is very fun. This is very
good.
fun.
Okay, so I have a mouse whose neck I have snapped, and I will drink the sort of blood from out of the inside of it. Don't he had it coming.
Sounds fun.
But if I kneel down and you look at him, then I've miced you. And unless you kneel down and drink also from the
Ooh.
inside
Oh,
of the
boy.
mouse, then you have to drink both of the mice. Does that make sense?
That makes
Yes.
sense. How did the mouse have it coming?
Oh, when he was a footman, he was a real dick.
Oh, right.
Oh yeah, sorry. These are men turned into mice.
Okay, yeah, mice.
Some of them are
Mice
some of them are
mice into men.
That's what I meant.
Yes, and then men back into mice. Some
Correct.
of them are, but they were footmen.
They were either huge dicks or genocide deniers.
Yeah, mice me, bro.
Oh, I can't. You can't.
You can't-
It's a surprise.
You can't. That's very.
I want a mice.
It's
Drink-
like
I
being
wanna take a
hypnotized.
mice.
You can't want it too hard. You have to like let
I
it happen.
can't want it too hard.
Okay.
I miced you. You got
You
mice.
got miced.
Fuck yeah.
All right.
Well, I get.
I don't think that's how you play, but go ahead.
Well, I'm winning. While we drink this mice blood, or at least me, why don't we take a quick break and
Yeah.
we'll come back more with the grave,
And I'll
Freshgrave
tell you
Twins.
about the dryad.
Tell me about the dry.
Yeah,
Sandwich.
Oh boy.
'Tis I, Usidore, and I command thee. Go to patreon.com/Magic Tavern right now and become a member and get all of our wonderful bonus content.
All right, we're back. Chunt has got mouse blood streaming down his front. Woo!
Woo!
Visage break. Woo.
You see, during Vishtosh, terrible fire season, it's important to get away to a warm climate because it's already hot there and you don't notice it as much. Whereas in the colder climates, it can cause so much destruction. Whereas it just lands in the water around a beach and it's like, nice hot water.
It's just fun, Arnie.
Yeah, I know.
It's
I
just
was young
friggin'
once.
fun. It's
Friggin'
friggin'
fun.
fun. It's just so friggin'
Schnenessa, I
fun.
wish you would just have a little. Because I'm so proud of you and you're
Stop
so
it.
powerful.
Stop it.
You're so powerful and I'm so
No.
proud of you. But I just wish you'd have a little more fun and not sandwich so much and go Black
Snaken.
Widow a boy. Go Black Widow a boy. Go
Snake-
take everything from him and leave nothing behind.
Snaken, you are so good to me, but I just can't. I'm not ready. I'm not ready to let you.
At your own pace.
I
At your
don't. I
own
just
pace.
like. I'm not ready to let you see what I think about calling me. Oh, you're such a friggin'
I
buddy.
can guess. There's not a whole lot.
Such tiny,
know how much-
tiny nipples.
Okay, yeah, sure, girl, whatever. Let the freak flag fry. Let the freak flag fry.
Have you ever fried a freak flag?
Fry the flag. Oh, you miced me. I drink this mouse.
So let's hear
Otherwise.
about this dryad.
So
that
I'll
you're
tell
interested
you, I
in.
found one. It's in a tree.
He really likes her.
I like her a lot. And they're sort of very, very physical, and we did it all the ways you can as a tree. And then, now it was a formative experience for me, and so now, trees, sandwich, you know what I mean?
Now that Snaken says that, I wonder if Jessica Wethel was a dryad. Since
That
she
would
didn't know
make
that word.
so much sense.
Since she doesn't know that word, she didn't
Yeah.
know to call herself that.
Yeah, she was a tree hag. I just want to be
Tree
careful
wench.
not. Whoa, sorry, tree
Arnie,
wench.
I don't know if I ever heard the dryad describe itself as a dryad. We have the name in the book of the things that have names.
The book and the things that have names.
And
Oh, one of
that's-
the most important textbooks for any young student learning magic. The text of the book that has names.
So it's like a thing that has names, and some names are like what we would call it. But like, did you know this, Arnie? That before we had like the blue for the ocean, we just thought it looked like wine.
We just
Thought
thought
it
it looked
looked
like
like
wine,
wine.
Arnie. Can you
Really?
believe that?
It's fascinating because I've only seen Snaken drink. I haven't seen Schnenessa drink, but she is drunk. Out of her gourd.
Is she getting like a contact high?
We're so friggin' connected.
Don't you remember they have a telepathic link?
Dupes, I miced myself.
Oh, stop micing yourself, Snaken.
Dupes, I did it.
Snaken, I'm starting to get so blurry in my vision.
No, that's okay.
Wait, Snaken.
Yep.
Okay, we've got to sober up. Let's cast a Patronus.
You know what you need? Okay, so there's two ways to sober up. One is you catch the Patronus,
Patronus.
and you make him take it away from you. The other is you make a ghost move through you, take the alcohol out.
That's harder if you don't have a ghost.
You don't have a
Ghost
ghost, you can't
soaks
do
up
it.
all the alcohol.
That's right.
Do you want to eat something? There's a food cart coming by there.
That's a myth, Arnie.
Oh, okay. I
Maybe
guess
take a shower?
It's a myth.
It's a myth, Chunt.
if you don't want any too many flavor rice, you don't have to have it.
Oh.
I mean, I do love the too many flavored rice. Have you ever had it before?
I've had rice before.
But you never had the too many flavored rice.
It's
No.
wonderful. It has every flavor in it, plus some extras.
Some would say too many flavors.
Too many flavors. I can't even think about it right now till I cast my Patronus.
Let's cast the Patronus. It's a ball. Boom.
Look at that ball. It's kind of bouncy.
Boink, boink, that's lamp.
Lamp.
There's a lamp on the ball.
Oh,
You feeling better now?
Yes, fine.
Fine.
Oh, good.
Sorry.
So you two don't know what to do when you graduate. What do your parents do? What are they? What are their jobs?
snore.
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 Snorefest. They run a small business and love each other.
Snore.
But they-
Do. We make wooden fans. Snore.
Snore.
So, but they also went to Chiselknob.
That's right.
But now they just run a small store and they don't use what they learned. in
Well, no,
this-
they use the small wooden fans. They sort of like sing motivational quotes at you, and they have like
Oh.
a sort of a vibe of what you might need. Real chirping bird stuff.
Small enchanted wooden fans.
That's right.
I see.
Yes,
Very-
I actually have one. They gave us little care
Also-
packages because they're just so frigging adorable.
God, it's gross.
They're so gross, but we love them.
We love them. But honestly, they're good fans too.
Yes.
Yeah.
So let me unfurl this one.
Wave it.
Ooh.
Sweetheart, you're doing such a wonderful job at school. Your mother and I are so proud of you. Keep it up. Pip, pip.
So that, yeah, that was.
That was very nice. You
It's
don't like
very
that?
nice. No, it's
Personal
very
one.
nice. It's very
nice.
But let me ask
Mom
you.
made
do-
one for me too.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Hello, sweetheart. Just remember the best foot forward is the calm foot forward, and the foot forward with both laces tied.
Kind of goes on for a while
Oh,
like that.
yeah.
Mostly foot
Keeps going.
stuff.
Well, to be fair, Snake, it does trip very often.
Well, it's not my fault that one of my feet likes to ghost through things a little bit.
Oh, yes.
Oh.
A tiny bit of his foot is a ghost.
How did your foot die?
You'll have to ask him.
Take off your shoe.
All right.
Foot, this is Usidore. I command thee to tell me what happened to you and caused you to shuffle off this mortal coil.
Oh, hello. It's been a while since someone's talked to me.
Hello, Snaken's foot.
Hello.
Is it just me or does Snaken's foot sound a lot older than Snaken? Yeah, I don't.
What's in
Well,
it?
death will do that to you, sort of
Certainly would.
ages you.
Foot, answer the wizard.
What's in it for me, then?
I shall give you all
You'll
of...
grant me a boon, will you, Blue Wizard?
I may do just that. Do you want a new sock?
Yes, a sock will do quite nicely.
Oh, Snaken, could you kind of kick your sister with that ghost foot?
Why on earth would I do that?
Just kind of sober her up.
All right. Well, no, she's sober, isn't she?
Well, I...
Ah, sneak attack.
Oh, did you mice me?
Does that work if it's a ghost foot that goes through you?
Well, I had sort of sobered up from the Patronuses, but then I did sneak a little beer to the side because I was jealous of all the drinking you were doing. So yes, I was starting to get a little bit tipsy again, a little loosey-goosey,
Lucy,
Lucy.
Trying to get lit!
That's right, but that Ghostfoot did knock that one little beer out of me. But yes, it would only work for about one drink or so.
Oh, fuck, Arnie, do I sound like that when I say, like, pen pals? Do I sound like when Usidore says trying to get lit?
Yeah.
Oh,
Stop trying to be younger than you are.
that's so sad.
Yeah, you're an old badger.
Foot, tell me your tale, and I shall grant thee a sock.
Well, my tale's a tale as old as time. Foot.
He got stuck in ice. He got stuck in
and he
ice.
froze off because he was in ice too long.
Because we were playing some races on the lawn.
I got stuck in ice when
Oh,
we were
kids,
racing on the lawn.
You shouldn't play races.
Oh, no, races.
Oh, okay.
Like, this is like a wheelbarrow race. This is a foot
okay,
race. This one we
okay.
all have to gallop.
Okay, gotcha.
Horse race.
Horse race.
Foot, I deny you your sock because you were really stretching that out, and the twins just got straight to the point.
Well, you do have to ask him. It's not my story to tell.
Well, but then your sister did it.
Well, it's her story to tell.
Oh, it is?
Well, I was there with the ice.
Oh, you did it?
Well, Snaken had injured himself, so I got a bucket of ice so he could put his foot on ice to recover from the day of races on the lawn. But then I said, well, don't keep that foot in there too long, and he fell asleep, and then now that foot is dead.
To my credit, it had been a day.
It had been a day. It had been a day. Oh, I don't
Back
want to
in
go
the
back to
shoe.
school. I don't want to
You know
go.
what I do miss, though?
What?
It's just all of the sort
Treacle
of...
tart.
Oh, I miss treacle tarts at treacle time.
Ooh, treacle tart at treacle time.
What?
What will we do without the structure of being a student?
What's treacle tart?
Okay. What's
Oh.
treacle tart?
Yeah.
Oh, it's
It's
a
a-
small dessert
it's a
made
s-
of a molasses paste.
Oh.
And you eat it at treacle,
Treacle time.
Okay, what's
Oh.
treacle time?
I'm into
Actually, it's treacle time now.
Oh, treacle for everyone!
Yes.
Usidore.
Yes, Usidore.
Get faded on treacle!
These are delicious tarts.
that.
You have to nibble them.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't go too fast. Yes. This is one of the best parts about school is they have fabulous treacle tarts. But the structure and the authority
It's so
and the
nice to know what I'm
day-
doing
I
for
know.
every hour of my day.
What do you do with all your time, groans?
Oh, boy.
That's
do
what we
do?
call people who are
We
grown up.
shorten it because we're young.
Yeah, I think...
Groans.
We
It also
mostly-
sounds like a
Groan,
groan.
which sounds like what your lives are, probably.
Groan.
Well, I spend a lot of my time planning the defeat of the Dark Lord, thinking of ways to overcome evil in all of its forms, and finding ways to raise up Foon and create prosperity and happiness for all.
Here comes Arnie. He's going to say some young phrase and try and sound young and cool.
Yeah, here it comes.
Here it comes.
So, keep in school, you slick whiz.
Oh, he sounds so...
I don't know, kind of worked for me. What? I don't know.
I've never heard Slick Whiz, and now I like it.
I like it
I
quite a bit.
like Slick Whiz.
Slick whiz.
His slang is catching on.
He's a trendsetter.
I'm such a groan.
Chad, Beverly, Charlie, come here.
Yes, what is it?
Do you even know what a slick whiz is?
You don't, do you?
Never heard that.
Takes
term
one to
before.
know one. You are not.
Jump off this whale, nerds.
Okay.
Okay, here I go.
Oh my god, they did it.
They're the worst.
Oh my god, they did it.
Oh, I wish that could count as our prank, but it didn't happen at school.
Yeah. Well,
Oh, that's a long way down.
and that's really going to slow down the spread of Slick Whiz. Because they know it, but they just jump to their deaths.
You know the one way to kill a cool phrase is to tell it to a bunch of nerds.
Yes, it's gotta be only in House Dingle Dong, maybe Roaring God, but like only if we like agree that it's okay.
Yes, it's the kind of thing you want to kill a rooster and then paint its blood slick whiz on someone else's common room. And they'll be like, what does this even mean? And that's what makes it so
we'll be
cool
like,
is that they don't
"Ooh,
even know what it means.
Dingle Donged.
Oh,
Ooh, this is actually giving me an idea for our prank.
Okay,
Maybe
okay.
we make all the whizzes slick.
Schnenessa. All of them?
Yeah, all of them. We cover them in like some slippery slickness.
Just all the whizzes.
Yeah, we're like, here comes the slickness, and then all the whizzes are slick.
Say, get up, get down with the slickness.
Yes.
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 I think it's good.
I've got to make school interesting, Snaken. I'm so tired.
Schnenessa,
of
you
it.
know what would make it interesting?
What?
A formative sexual experience.
Stop it! Stop it! Come on, sandwich.
Do you know what else could make it interesting? Turning to the side of good and picking a topic that allows you to help Usidore in his quest to destroy the Dark Lord.
That would be quite a turn, Schnenessa.
Yes, think about it.
I mean, you're so obviously on the side of evil
Thank
that,
you.
like,
Thank
it would be.
you.
It's almost like you got to make a turn towards good at some point, right?
I always envision it. I love that. Honestly, I love that.
I love
that.
I
but
love it.
And you're looking for a direction in life?
But I honestly envision that as more of like a retirement swing for me. That like, here I come. I've had a whole life of evil and need to finally let people see me in a deeper light. You know, sort of like, oh, I've been an ingenue. Let me play a character part. And then at the last moment, when it really feels like there's been a ton of build up and I've done like so many horrible things that you could barely even call it redemption, I do just enough for people to go, maybe we didn't know her whole story. That was kind of what I was seeing, but... And also it'd be amazing if it like came down between us and like one of us didn't want to turn and
one
we
of us did. The sort of inter-family drama
yes,
of that
because
question.
where's your higher duty? Is it to family or is it to goodness?
To the
I mean,
world.
what a struggle, right? But we can't do that at 17, Usidore. That's too much.
What about,
right.
what about this?
Okay.
We turn, quote, good.
Okay.
Quote.
Fun.
Okay.
I love this.
We show back up and like, hello, we're Roaring Gods now, and this is our house, and we're here. Cut to next day, murdered everyone in Roaring God house.
That's
Good
been
prank.
dingle-donged.
That's a
Good
good
prank.
Thank it's good prank.
That's a good
right?
idea. Okay, what about this?
Okay.
Okay, we finish out as dingle dongs because we only have a few months left anyway.
Right.
And then when we leave, the two of us plus 4 friends live in like an apartment in a city.
Okay.
And we just kind of like
How
think-
nice is the apartment?
like shockingly nice.
Can we afford it?
Absolutely not.
But we're there anyway.
Yes, we
Okay,
are. And
good.
maybe later we'll say, oh, yes, we inherited it and it's rent controlled. And then we just sort of like have ups and downs and have like twists and turns and foibles. I fall in love with your college roommate.
Good.
You fall in love with my best friend.
How about
There's
this?
2 more that we hang out with, though they're less significant to our lives.
Sure.
Wait,
love it.
isn't he your best friend?
Well, yes.
Yes.
But in this instance, we'd all be friends.
We're all friends. Everyone is a friend.
Everyone is a friend.
How about this?
Okay.
We graduate.
Yes.
I become a mitten star.
Okay.
And then I continue down this path of drinking beers and just really gets too far.
Okay.
You pull me back.
Yes.
And together we open a tavern together.
Okay.
And I'm sort of like a cool, older but good-looking man, and
Yes.
I'm just sleeping with everyone, left and right and left and right.
And I shrink and get curly hair and
And
keep
you
a towel on my
shrink
shoulder
and
the
get-
whole time.
Yes, and you're sort of a spitfire and
Yes,
quick-witted
yes.
woman.
Yes,
But what
I like
happened
that.
to if you were a star in Mittens? Is your coach there?
Yes, he's there
The whole time?
No, he dies, and
What?
then he's replaced with someone else.
And we recover from that?
And we do, and it's
Wow.
amazing that we do because he is beloved.
Okay, wait,
Chunt.
what about
Is there a place for the 3 of us at your tavern?
That would be great. Actually, yes. I think there's a place for definitely 2 of you.
Yes, one of you will come in, and every time you do, we'll yell, Chunt!
Yes.
And we'll
Ooh, I
say,
like
"What-"
that.
Oh, but
Yes.
which one?
I want
Well,
to pay for mead for the next
interesting
25 years.
Interesting fact. I think there's a lot of ways that I could be involved, for I know a lot of interesting things about birds and conspiracies.
Yes, you are a bit of a know-it-all. Yes,
I think I could fit right in there.
That's right. Well, maybe Chunt takes over when your coach dies, and Arnie and Usidore are there from the beginning.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, yeah. Okay, what about this? In this one, I love it, but there's another person there who we haven't met, but he needs to move to a different city.
Yes, he does. And his ex-wife goes with him.
Yes.
Well, I could maybe be that one, because I have like a podcast that's pretty interesting, and eventually I am going to have to leave this world to go back to Earth and see my friend Adal.
Yes. Okay. Yes.
So I'll see Adal, and that's where I'll be afterwards.
That makes sense. Okay.
You could be his favorite food that he eats. Tossed salad and scrambled eggs.
That's right.
You could be the eggs. You could be the eggs boy, Arnie.
Well, I'm glad we finally figured out what you're doing with your lives.
Yeah.
Well, this is sort of spitballing.
Wait, I think I have a different one. Okay, we go back to the other one where it's still you and me, but there's only 2 other people and it's about nothing.
Oh, very good.
Okay, we'll probably do that one.
That one.
I like the tavern one. I feel like it's a good backup plan for us in like season 5, maybe.
Not too bad.
Yeah, you can have that one. We're going to do the one where it's the 2 of us plus 2 more people and it's about nothing.
Get out.
If we're going to do the tavern one, we should have a little toast. L'chaim.
That would be a good title.
Here's the thing that I'm going to miss about school. Everybody knows my name.
Oh, you do want to be in a place where everyone
Everyone knows your name. And for me, it's Boston, which is what we call the favorite part of our common room in House Dingle Dong.
Yes, it's
your Boston common.
It's the smelliest, sweatiest part that we call Boston Common.
Yes. It's pretty cool. On the surface, very liberal, but with some deep-seated class issues.
Oh boy, if you dig a little bit deep, you'd be surprised that
the
people
racial
still
tensions.
believe
Yeah.
there.
There's some tough stuff, but also some great stuff. Boston, our favorite common part of the common room. What were we saying?
Well, Freshgrave Twins, it's actually been really nice to catch up with you.
Doops, I missed you.
Doops, we missed you. You've all been missed.
Here we go.
Arnie, come here.
Take a knee and chug too much.
How did they get drunk
Me
so
and
fast?
I know, like it
We're
was
17.
close-
We have no
Come
tolerance.
close to my face.
And we can't have a good carb base because neither of us can eat sandwiches anymore.
And we could if we would just be
I
brave.
can't stop it.
If we would be brave,
Stop
we
it.
could.
Yeah. What was it you wanted to tell me?
What did you say though?
What did I?
You were
Arnie,
saying,
what did you
what
say?
did you say though?
What did I?
Arnie, what did you say?
though?
It sounded like you were.
You were gonna
Arnie.
say something,
Arnie, what did you say?
but what did you say?
While you think about it, how about I read an email?
Sean, what did you read though?
Well, I'm about to read it.
Oh, but what'd you read though, champ?
Not yet, but I'm about to.
Chunt, what'd you read?
Chunt, what did you read? It's
Of course,
a
you
simple
can
question.
always. I guess.
Usidore, so just like Wiz. We bring him,
Slick,
love you.
Wiz, get turned, faded, hot.
Lucy, Lou.
Lucy,
When
Lou.
we're on the Winged Whale, we should call them e-whales. You can send us an email at magictavern@puppies.supplies
I love
or
that.
at
I love that.
chunt@gmail.com. That's
Chunt.
chunt with 6 T's.
Chunt,
Chunt.
we love that.
We love that though.
This is from Joseph Lang. Joseph says, Arnie, if there are extra... This is to Chunt, but for Arnie. If there are extra months in Foon, does that mean that more time has passed since you fell through the portal than more than 4 years ago? Is it really more like 5 years? Are you 44?
Oh no.
Why do they think there are extra months?
I don't know.
I guess we don't know for a fact that time passes the same way on Earth as it does here, but it sort of seems like it does generally. Although, this year is already going by so fast.
Well, they say you're only as old as you feel. How old do you feel?
I feel 43, which is what I am, and I'm going to be 44 in January. Yeah, which is not so far away.
Which
Beverly? Chad?
Oh.
Chad, doesn't it?
Sir, can we help you?
Can we help you?
I've lost my children. Egg on my face.
Oh, you are taking your children all the way to Jizzlenob?
Doops, nerd parent.
Dope nerd parent, we kicked them off this whale.
Boom, boom, boom,
Boom, boom, boom. They went off the whale. Good. Prank.
Push.
Dingle dong.
Guys, y'all is the question. Which month is the most extra?
Wait. Which month is the most extra?
Which
What'd
month
you
is
say?
Well, that's the question. They
What'd
said
you
someone
say?
said. What did you say though?
What did you say though?
I
Which
said,
month is the most extra? Yeah.
I don't know. What month do you think is the most extra? I like Jimble.
Jimble's always like, Here I am. It's pretty extra.
Jimbo's always like, hey, check me out, friggin' thirsty
We're
man.
like, we get it, Jimbo.
We get it, Jimbo.
Go to bed.
Go to bed.
I suppose time does work differently here. I've lived on both Earth and Food now. I was on Earth for a week. Very exciting.
You did a week abroad?
Yes, I did. And then I came back here, and now it feels like the last 3 months have gone by in about 4 days.
Yeah, real fast. But also, sir, yeah, your kids I think might be dead, but
yes,
Probably for the best.
oh boy.
They were nervous. This is their first year.
What
Well,
the-
maybe not the first year. It was Beverly's. I lost track.
Excuse me, sir. Did you happen to also go to Jizzleknob?
I did.
Were you in House Dingledong?
Usidore, I'm sorry to cut you off there. Much like their children, this guy just doesn't seem interesting.
Oh, let
Let's
me
not really.
pop
Let's
a
not
squat
like.
here.
No.
Well, he
I'm-
did-
Can you imagine a dad popping a squat?
You're sitting on a badger.
Let's get some fresh chat going.
He didn't seem to care at all about the fact that his children died.
Arnie, I want very badly to push this adult man off this whale.
I mean, look, I can't condone it, but I'm gonna look
But you
over.
want me
I'm
to
gonna
do
look
it.
over
Let's
this
have
other
some
direction.
lit conversation.
What's going on over there? I'm not looking.
What
at
are some of
all.
your interests?
Oh, well, I like to.
Would you look over here, sir?
Sure.
We've miced you.
Oh.
You must take a knee, but over there.
Okay, take a
Further.
knee.
Further.
Okay.
Further.
Well, now I'm on the ledge of the
Drink
book.
these two mice.
That way he walked off by himself, and if they say you did it, we'll say no.
No, wait. Nope.
Walked off
Nope.
himself.
He got mice.
Oh, I'm back. It looks like that dad just walked off and is totally fine. I'll assume.
He actually did.
Chunt,
What?
are you okay?
Yeah, why?
He sat on you.
He sat on you for a moment.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. I was acting like a chair. Leaning back, my legs forward. Yeah,
Sure,
it's
sure,
all
sure.
fine.
Yeah.
Arnie, should we go to Jizzleknob?
Yeah, I think we should go to Jizzleknob. It
You
seems like
should go to Chisel now.
Is it weird if we go back to school?
It's a little weird sometimes when people come back to school because you're like, oh, weird. Did they not move on?
But they
Are they
didn't-
doing like a glory days situation?
But Schnenessa, they didn't go to Chisel.
Did any of you go
Well,
to
hold
where
on.
did you go to?
No, Usidore didn't go, 'cause he's a wizard.
I attended the
The
great halls of Tarakas.
Yeah.
Did you two not get into Grey Halls?
No, it's
Or?
not- well, we don't want to talk about it. It's just like
We've told you the difference between wizards and mages, right?
What?
The difference between
Between
wizards
wizards
and
and
mages.
mages.
Wizards
There's
are born.
You can count wizards on your hands and your feet, but not your ghost toe, because he's a jerk. Got stuck in the. Don't count on
wouldn't
him.
come out of ice, even though I told him he should. We have a spark of magical ability that has to be harnessed and trained and fostered, and he's just like a freaking
Wizards
wizard.
are born fully
He's
formed
a friggin'
from
wizard.
birds and the clouds and the
airs and
confluence
the-
of
things.
fire and wind
That's right.
and rain. I've seen fire and
And
I've seen rain.
It just comes naturally to me. Watch this.
Oh.
And this.
Oh.
And this.
Oh.
Do you want to see what we can do?
Sure.
Watch.
Expecto.
Oh.
It's just a sort of high five
Oh,
we made.
that's good. That's really good.
Well, if we go to Jizzleknob, which is a good idea because, we can try to sort of... Jizzleknob is also one of the few places in Foon that is still free from the reign of the Dark Lord. We can build alliances there.
And we may be able to find a page of the Book of Sight.
Yeah, there's definitely some evil people there, so maybe we can find some more pages of the Book
You
of
guys
Sight.
should totally come, because then maybe you can help us with our prank.
Yes.
And
that'd be
because
great.
we can't, now that Vishnash break is over, we can't buy any more beers. So maybe it'd be so cool of you if you guys could buy us
If
beers.
you could sneak in a sort of
If you could just sneak in
rainbow
a
bowl,
few
prophecy wine,
Tall blue
beers,
drink,
mice,
beers,
tall blue drink,
Oh,
sandwich
call
is
him
happening
sandwich,
right
sandwich,
now.
Sandwich.
I don't see a problem with that. We can sneak some beers and some wine in there.
No, Usidore. I actually think, I don't want to bog ourselves down too much, but maybe an important side quest is to stop the Freshgrave Twins from killing any people. I mean, starting now, forward.
Fish gotta swim, Arnie.
And Graves got a fresh.
Can we hear the rest of your mom's message?
Oh, sure. I mean, it's gonna pick up from where it started off.
And remember to tie both laces, love. And if you need, there's
Sorry, which is rude, because it implies that it would happen again to my other foot. I'm sorry, it can
love, and there's no shame if you need us to bring back the Velcro kind, or your dad and I are well-intentioned and purposeful on making slip-on shoes if
Leaving a
you
message,
prefer.
darling.
I am, sweetheart.
My beautiful boy.
Would you start the stir-fry?
No.
I left everything out and it's chopped and prepped, but would you start it?
We have enough rice.
No, well, I thought we would, but I was going to try making it from cauliflower.
Oh, bless you, love. You're
I love you. I love you. And I love you, Snaken and Schnenessa. Be good to each other. Hugs, kisses, and little.
But
that's a personal
It's a sort of pet name she had for me, and I don't care to have it public knowledge.
It's Little Hisses,
Don't
because his name
say
is Snaken.
Oh,
That's very cute.
His name is Little Hisses.
Hisses.
He's my
Little
brother.
Hiss. Yeah, that's adorable.
It's cute.
Thank you for being so supportive.
Everybody, we're going back to school.
Yeah!
Woo! I'm trying to feel a little bit younger.
Well,
we're going back to school.
Well, don't point your two fingers up in the air like
What?
that when you do it.
That
makes it okay. If you're gonna use two fingers, do two on both hands.
Two on both hands.
Woo!
Yeah, and maybe shorten back to school to BTS.
Yeah.
BTS. Woo! Cut it out.
No, it's okay. You're like a kind of slick whiz.
No slick whiz.
Oh, slick whiz.
Drunken, sexy children. Until you learn to harness their entertainment value, Ira Glass, you'll always be in the minor leagues. Usidore the Wizard was played by Matt Young. Chunt the Talking Badger was played by Adal Rifai. The Freshgrave Twins were played by entertainment pariahs Jessica McKenna and Zach Reino. Everyone knows the cautionary tale of their failed financial advice podcast, Off Book. Rejected by Wall Street, the laughingstocks of the investment community, they had no choice but to adapt their format and improvise a completely new musical during every episode. Listen to Off Book and help them wipe away their shame. You might even hear more of their signature move. You mean that thing where okay, let's go ahead and say the same thing at the same time. Oh, delightful. Hello from the Magic Tavern is produced by Arnie, Niekamp, Matt Young, and Adal Rifai. Post-production coordination by Garrett Schultz. Earwolf producer Kimmie Lucas. This episode edited by Sniffen Dranger. Imagine a chef in a 5-star restaurant working wonders, while a mosquito lingers in a sticky corner, adding little more than an insectile buzzing. Special assistance by DiGiorgi. Hello from the Magic Tavern logo by Allard Laban. Magic Tavern theme by Andy Poland.
Sir?
Yes, Lincoln, whatever is it?
Yeah, Slack? It's been deleted.
Yes, that was me.
No, every copy on Earth was deleted. All of them.
Well, I can't just have you reinstalling it. Like I say in my business self-help guide, 7 Tactics to Psychologically Destroy Highly Effective People, you have to isolate the source of your... What the hell?
Sir, your hand is glowing.
What's this readout? Potential incursion. Wizard-related? If this is another false Ian McKellen flag, I'm going to break someone's eye. Link and I have to go. No time to explain. Hold things down in my absence. Oh, I threatened everyone with a Dr. Ward clip from behind the tavern, and by God, they're going to hear it. Lest you forget, listener, there's more where this came from on Stitcher Premium. And now... Taxi!
But both of you picked really great details to deconstruct or subvert. You know, Shane saying it's casually referring to it as the Belleroth Institute was the hospital that I'm in. And Adal, there's a run in there where almost every line that both of you are saying is some kind of very easy to get, not overcomplicated, simple turn of like, why did he destroy the flower we left for him in his room?
I haven't listened to it since it came out, and I was going to say, do I offer you like 2 donut holes or something?
No, 2 suppositories.
2 suppositories. You're like, we have to give you the suppositories. You have to take
future Adal knows past Adal. Too well.
In fact, there was a almost classic moment for us where I think Adal and I were both racing to the same joke, which was that we were going to get you a spork, but we're calling it a foon because it's a fork and a spoon. I think we actually hit it in unison, so I'm sure that sounded incredibly scripted, but it's actually no. It's just unhealthy improv competition.
Sir?
Hey, thank you for listening to Hello from the Magic Tavern. A great way to support the podcast is to join our Patreon. You'll get ad-free versions of our entire back catalog, including all the Magic Tavern spin-offs like Offices and Bosses, I Am Spin Tax, Shadow Sit. There are a lot of them. There are 2 new exclusive bonus episodes every month, Discord, all kinds of stuff. To get more information, go to patreon.com/Magic Tavern. That's patreon.com/Magic Tavern.